The window for fishing for bluefin tuna in Cape Cod is relatively short. Not sure I've ever fished around this many boats
it's
before.
Combat fishing, and there's a lot of rules that aren't written.
But the closer you get to fall, the more fish show up. How about that? Woo! Woo! For me, the act of fishing is actually a lot more than just fishing. It's the adventure and the experience of getting to a destination. And whether that happens to be somewhere in South America or it's a road trip up the East Coast to Cape Cod, to do something that I don't normally do, but something that I love to do. And that's what this trip's all about. I'm starting off in Cape Cod fishing for bluefin tuna. What's up, big man? How you doing?
I watch your show all the time.
Well, thank you very much.
What's up, Billy?
I had to come up and pay tribute to all this.
What are you guys going fishing for?
The corner.
Tuna fishing?
Yeah.
Red hot yesterday, man. What are you talking about?
When I pull into a fishing community like Greenfield, this is not one generation, two generations. This is 4 and 6 generations of fishermen, of lobstermen, of watermen.
Today, there's going to be a lot of boats on anchor, a lot of guys doing it for a living, like paying their bills, so we're going to try and skirt the outer edges of those guys. Works out.
some room.
Yeah, let them do their thing, and we're just going to try to pick up the fat on the sides. Should make fish for everybody that way without offending anybody or getting in the way of anyone's business.
You know, this whole culture up here, you can just see it being at this marina here. I mean, this is fishing, this is generations and
Generational is the key word, absolutely, yep.
And it's everything from lobster to tuna.
Absolutely, yep. Mackerel guys, cod guys, charter boats, commercial, and sport guys.
I mean, just going out
And
to...
it's a delicate balance trying to keep everybody getting along out there, you know?
Well, I like your attitude right now. Give those guys their room.
Yeah, you gotta let guys pay the bills and work with what you have.
Jack Sprangle and I's relationship started because we're both involved with Shimano. He's certainly an angler, a very sophisticated angler with his program, and he and I made a plan to go bluefin tuna fishing. Dorian came through, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
And it's obviously you couldn't get out here, but yesterday there were maybe 9 boats out here.
Yeah, yesterday's the first day guys really could get out in kind of numbers after the deck got shuffled. You can see from what's out here right now, the bite was pretty good for those guys that were able to get out.
And there have got to be 60 boats here.
Easily.
Cape Cod is really the home of fishing in New England. And a lot of it happens to be commercial fishing. These commercial fishermen up here are fishing legendary waters like Stellwagen Bank. And Stellwagen Bank has got some of the best bluefin tuna in North America.
See that water, that nervous water with the
Yeah.
birds on it up there? That's got to be a ton of bait right there. So I'd go up to that. Just leave these guys room right through the middle center. Yeah, we came up onto the high ground. Most of these guys are fishing about 20 feet deeper than us, and as soon as we got into that high ground, it's just littered with bait across the bottom right now. So hopefully it's the right kind of bait that we need. It's not some kind of trash fish or dogfish, but it's looking pretty good. And we're covered up already. Knackers. See how it's getting thicker? Mm-hmm. Scaring people up.
What is this other stuff?
That could be all manner of stuff. That could be mackerel, squid, could be interference from other boats' sonar.
Yeah, one of the 60 boats. This is incredible. I'm not sure I've ever fished around this many boats
It's
before.
combat fishing, and there's a lot of rules that aren't written.
I bet there are.
All right, so yeah, go around that guy and
Right
up
here.
into that shallow water.
All right.
Yeah. In fact, you can kind of see a bunch of birds working on the opposite side of this center
see 'em.
console. Yeah.
Can I run up there? Is that all right?
I would go not
Slow.
too fast. Yeah, you don't want to wake any of these guys. Somebody's off their ball here. You can see this guy sitting over the large concentration of the mackerel. He's got 4 independent rigging systems that are just constantly unloading and loading mackerel off it there. Crucifiers. He's probably making more today than any of the guys tuna fishing doing that.
Now that I'm here and watching Jack with all of his rigging, I'm realizing that he is a very technical fisherman, a very methodical fisherman. Everything that he's doing, from the line, the leaders, the knots, the hooks, it's all for a very specific reason. And when you're dealing with fish that could be hundreds of pounds, everything makes a difference.
Yeah, if you have the right gear and you're into the switch style, you don't just bait fish or just troll, having jigging and casting gear at the ready while you're preparing everything else can make a big difference in the outcome of the day.
It only takes one fish.
Literally, you know. And with the gear being up to par on landing these bigger fish now, you don't have to flinch at the idea of deploying something on a spinning rod to get tight on a larger fish. You can fight them with confidence.
The Obsession of Carter Andrews is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. Nissan, innovation that excites. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Yozuri, fish the best. Costa, see what's out there. Shimano, and by Grundens.
Did you see that, Mark?
Yeah.
That's a mega.
You literally have fish up to 1,000 pounds that are caught here every season. But they're also the smaller fish, the 80, 100, 200 pounders that are in schools that are chasing bait fish. I'm not sure what we're going to be up for, whether it's a giant bluefin tuna or chasing the schoolies. That's a big tuna right there,
That's him right there, creeping. Let's see if that's herring right here. Whatever you jig in that, I'm happy fishing, because he's eating that. Yeah, we just marked something really nice over here. Big, distinctive fingernail there off the bottom, nice arch. So I'm gonna drop that bait rig one more time, because clearly whatever he can jig up in that, this guy's down here grubbing on. And this is actually a little bit shallower than everyone else is fishing, which means we can kind of get away from the fleet a little bit. I like that.
Mackerel.
Any luck over there, Joey?
Little mac, a bunch of big mackers. I'll take that little mac.
A lot of guys have been hooking up, but there are a lot of guys out here. See if we can't get bit. Let Big Boy pull on one, get a giant out of the bay boat.
Our first invitation, heading down.
The nice thing about anglers is anglers, a lot of times, will communicate with each other.
What's going on, buddy? How you making out? You got herring? Yeah, I'm getting covered up by macks everywhere. Where'd you find the herring? Has anyone gone and peeked at the southeast corner at all? All right, yeah, I'll creep up that way. And you said you got herring there? And it's kind of thinner up there too, not as many boats. So we got a 12-mile run to the opposite side of this bank. Supposedly the smaller size fish, the more aggressive ones, they're being seen feeding up near the surface. And we have a much better chance of connecting with one of those fish utilizing the jigging and casting gear and the ability to stay with the fish in the action as opposed to drifting here aimlessly and hoping action comes to us. So we're definitely gonna take the bait on this piece of intel and make the run.
When Jack got the message that there were 100, 150, 200-pound class tuna chasing half beaks, I couldn't have been more excited, because now that means I'm going to get to leave the congestion of Stellwagen Bank and we're going to go run and gun fishing. Running down bluefin tuna, baby! Unbelievable. We're going to go look for bird schools. We're going to look for breaking fish, and I'm going to get to cast a lure to a bluefin tuna that may be a few hundred pounds.
Whack-a-mole starts. Oh, they're going in that, man. Whew, they're going hard. Get them.
By watching the tuna feeding on the surface, you've got a great indication of what type of bait they're on. This was the exact situation I was in. My first cast I threw in there, and I worked the lure really fast. I didn't get bit. And I said to myself, the fish were rolling slow. The next cast, I fished the lure much slower. Boom, he smoked it. There he is.
There he is. Nice.
Already, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Second cast. How about that? Woo! 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 Woo!
So right now, Carter's hooked up. Brandon spotted him, got up in tight. Second cast, Carter came tight.
Hooking that fish and now fighting it with a spinning rod and a spinning reel. You know, holding on to that sometimes is pretty difficult. You're not fishing it out of a chair. You're not in a harness. This is free-handing giant bluefin tuna.
Go to shorter lifts with the high stick. I'm gonna back you out of that.
Shorter lifts with a high stick?
Yeah, so short lift, fast reel down. Don't come as low anymore.
Really?
Yep, and you're gonna, now that he's doing this, you're gonna feel him in a spin. One half of the spin when he comes under the boat is his.
Right.
When he comes out, that's where all your gain is gonna be. As soon as he gets past that point, that's his again. So you want to gain when that happens.
We gonna take one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's take him then, man. Woo! Yeah, buddy!
Oh yeah. And we just gotta pick a spot. We wanna come in, do a nice slow lift in. We wanna bring him up to the bow. I'm angry.
He's going right in this box. There's an eater right there.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Look at that fish. Look how fat he is. Huh?
That's a fatty.
Perfect size.
That is exactly what we wanted today.
Right on the mag darter. Huh?
Smoke that
you
mag
you
darter.
said he'd eat it. Second cast.
We picked that color out first thing.
Woo! I can't believe that. Second cast.
Great job, Carter.
No, you did it, man.
A lot of people did that. We had good people helping us on that.
Yep, they called you and said, get over here.
This,
Part of harvesting fish is also properly taking care of them. Making sure you got enough ice and bleeding that fish so that by the time it gets to the table, it's the best possible quality we can have. You know, so that's part of being a responsible angler right there. Now it's time to get on some more. This run and gun program is certainly different than setting up on the bank and drifting live baits. We are visually looking for signs of fish.
oh, that fish just came like 7 feet in the air. Fish full body breach. And this batch of birds pushing this way.
It may be birds working on the surface. Up here in New England, it's a great indication when there are whales around, there's bait around, and paying attention to the nature around you. That's gonna help ensure your success.
There's one bird working this way, the other group's going this way.
I'm gonna throw that surface cruiser this time.
Like it.
I'll try to get a topwater bite.
Cruising around right now, there's some half beak spraying, a lot of different birds hopping around because the fish are probably spread out into smaller groups. Just trying to line it up right where one of that piles of groups kind of get ambushed into one area and the fish will start feeding on it, and that's when we want to capitalize on it.
You know, it's a huge, huge, huge ocean. And one of the first things you got to do is find the life. And right now we're in the middle of life. This is lots and lots of birds, lots of bait. Tuna have been here probably. They're just down right now. I know we got to watch this for a little while. This looks too good to move.
There's a ton of whales moving through. They're all feeding. Something just disturbed the water right in front of us. Definitely not a whale. That was big though. Like 50 feet off the bow. Oh, tuna coming out of the water. Launching. Right on the bow.
Right now?
Casting range.
Huh?
Casting range. Right there, tuna, right on the bow. Casting range.
Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this thing. Mudda's sick. That's crazy.
See all those bubbles? See the bubbles? Watch, he's gonna put his head up. His mouth's gonna come right out.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Listen to the one banging its fluke over there. What is going on? Now, are they on krill or is this
No, they're probably eating some kind of bait fish.
bait fish? If I was a tuna, I would want to be right here picking
Yeah.
up the scraps.
Hitting the crumbs.
The Obsession of Carter Andrews is brought to you by CV Boats, Lead the Way, Cuda Fishing Tools, Fierce, Tough, Proven, Ray Marine, Simply Superior, Power Pole, Shallow Water Anchors, Cobalt Tools, Power Forward, and by TH Marine. Additional support provided by the following brands.
I wonder where everything went. Huh?
That's a good question.
Where did everything go? Today is a different day. Yesterday, the amount of life that was here. We saw 50 whales. There were birds everywhere, working, picking on the water. Today, we haven't seen anything.
This is the first time I've seen a few birds in a while. It'd be awesome for a nice eruption. It looks so perfect for the foamer.
It's clear this is a different ocean today, but as I look along the shoreline of Cape Cod and these beautiful sand cliffs, you know, there's always something else to go explore. So today has been a totally different story. We never saw a tuna, we never saw a whale, we saw a couple birds. The fact that it can all leave so fast, that's what Mother Ocean can do to you. It can be humbling at times. There he is. What I got, a bluefish?
Yep. I see the black tail. He's got buddies. He's got buddies chasing him.
Look at them all.
They're all over it.
Oh, you got one too?
I think I got a striper.
Did you?
Yeah, it might be a blue. Hang on. But, you know, just tending to the vessel. Oh no, it's a striper.
You got a striper?
Yeah, I got a bass.
We got bluefish and striper in the same school. Oh, mine came off.
Cool.
You want me to come get yours?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Nice job, buddy. Bluefish and stripers feeding together. But that's what it's about, right?
That's right.
That's what y'all call the schoolie, right?
Yep.
A little schoolie.
That's a schoolie.
Oh, hold on, Jack's casting again. I gotta go cast. You're hooked up again, oh boy. You said we'd find something on this beach. Tuna might not be here today. If I see something swimming in the water, even though it might not be my target species, I'm probably gonna cast to it. I'm on.
Hey!
Now this is good fishing. That's the second time we've doubled up. Now do I have a striper? I got
Bass,
little
you got a
striper.
bass. There are so many bass swimming by on the bottom, it's absurd.
Are there?
I can see them all going by.
I got a little shaver. Magdarter strikes again. All right, look how clean that fish is. All right, I'm going again. Think we'll get bit again? Think there's another
Possibly.
one in there?
It's possible. Just to the right of where you landed, they're going right in the surf. You can see the bass's tails coming out.
Oh,
Apparently also where you landed, apparently.
wow. My girls would have fun doing this.
Look at all the bait.
Look at all the, golly, look
Oh
at the
man,
bait.
loaded with bait.
That's why everything's in here. The gulls are in here. I like this. Nobody around. Beautiful beach. Catching bluefin tuna yesterday and catching bass on the beach today. And I'm just as happy. I'm just as happy.
If we can pull off a greenie, you got a New England Grand Slam.
There are striped bass that are always on the Cape. Spring and fall tend to be some of the best times of year for them. You also may have bluefish and false albacore. All three of those are great game fish that inshore anglers pursue. But they're not the only ones that take advantage of all of this. Oh, there's a shark right here.
Oh, is that the shark or the, what is that?
It's amazing to see all this on the beach, knowing that the seals have now come back. And that's why the sharks have come back, is because of all this food. So this boat here is tagging great whites.
Yeah.
We've got a spotter plane up here.
Yeah, he's been right over the top. You got all the meat right here on the beach.
Here's the seal colony, right?
I definitely just saw a seal sky out just ahead of those guys come out of the water real aggressive.
Those guys are on that front
Yeah, they're
stink.
moving hard on them.
No, these guys are out tagging the white sharks so that they can follow their movements here on the Cape. You know, just lending to better science and learn more about this incredible creature. Like I said, it's a great success story to see, you know, what protection can actually do for certain animals. I mean, this is a beautiful place and they deserve to be here as well. I think it's pretty cool that we are right here with the great white shark. And nice to see science doing its part as well. Jack, I can't thank you enough, man.
That was awesome
Everything.
fishing, man.
I got sharks, I got whales, I got molas, I got seals, I got bluefin tuna, I got stripers.
Definitely made a lot happen considering a hurricane just passed us by.
It was fun. But you know what I want to do now? I want to cook you dinner.
Sounds awesome.
Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Guess what we're going to have?
Tuna?
Tuna. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
You know, this whole culture of fishing that happens in New England, the history of fishing in New England, this feels like home to me. I, for one, can't wait for next fall.